The gentleman from Tennessee, Mr. Duncan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And first of all, thank you for calling this hearing. There's obviously great interest in and concern about what happened in this tragic incident. Mr. Nordstrom, we've already heard Mr. Thompson say that he was never interviewed, even though he requested to be interviewed. Did I understand you correctly to say a few minutes ago that you know of other witnesses that had firsthand knowledge who were not interviewed by the board?
No, I don't believe I said that.
I guess I misunderstood about that. But I will tell you, though, I was a criminal court judge for 7.5 years trying felony criminal cases, and I can tell you that it's surprising that anybody with firsthand knowledge wouldn't be interviewed about this unless somebody did not want to have a complete report. Mr. Thompson, what were you told was the reason you were not interviewed?
I was not given a reason, sir.
You were not given a reason. Mr. Hicks, do you feel that the report lets any individual or bureaucracy off the hook?
Yes, sir. I think that in our system of government, the decision-making authority is at the level of presidentially appointed, Senate-confirmed individuals. That's at the level of assistant secretary or higher. Now, the reporting coming out of Embassy Tripoli on conditions there, particularly the fact that we had to provide a daily report of who was in country to Undersecretary Kennedy, and the fact that he made the decision as to who came to Tripoli and Benghazi or who didn't, that budgets came to his table, and that security threat environment reports also came to his table, would suggest that there is some responsibility there.
Mr. Thompson, let me ask you this. Another thing I find surprising is that do the security people not consider the date of 9/11 to be? We've already heard somebody say that this mission was considered to be a high threat or a high risk mission. Do they not realize that 9/11 is a high security type date, and they should be prepared for terrorist activities on that date in particular?
Certainly. When I hear security, I think of Greg Nordstrom, so I won't go down the security trail too far here. But certainly on the anniversary of 9/11, since 9/11-2001, we have all had our antenna up, so to speak, and been forward-leaning, if not physically, mentally, on that particular day, yes.
The report basically puts primary blame for this situation on the Bureau of Diplomatic Security. I would like to ask if any of you have a comment about that. Do you think that's fair?
If I could, Congressman,
yes, Mr.
and maybe
Nordstrom.
this might also address Congressman Connolly's question. My concern with the report is not that Undersecretary Kennedy was or was not interviewed. I don't know who was interviewed. Again, that's part of the confidentiality of it. But there's been a lot of discussion of how many people were supposed to be there or not supposed to be there. Those things are not driven by regulations and law. That's a subjective opinion. Obviously, that was quite a bit of my testimony in October. I go back to who authorized embassy employees, U.S. government employees, to go into facilities that did not meet legal requirements. I don't know who made that decision. And the reason why is because, as Ambassador Pickering said, he has decided to fix responsibility on the assistant secretary level and below. How I see that is, that's fine. It's an accountability of mid-level officer review board. And the message to my colleagues is that if you're above a certain level, no matter what your decision is, no one's going to question it. And that's my concern with the ARB.
Mr. Hicks, did you find other shortcomings in the report?
Well, I find shortcomings in the process.
in the process?
Although I was interviewed for 2 hours, I was never allowed to review the recording of my testimony to the board. I was never given an opportunity to read the unclassified report before it was published to see if my testimony had been incorporated or properly, at all or properly. And I have never been given an opportunity to read the classified report.
All right. Thank you very much.
I thank you.